I invite you now to find your way into this story, this event from the life of Jesus recorded in Mark's Gospel, chapter 7, verses 31 to 37. If it helps you to close your eyes and use your imagination, Jesus is walking quite some way into a really unusual part of the world. The Decapolis is 10 autonomous cities under Roman protection with a mixture of Jewish people, Greeks, and Romans. Whilst the Greeks and the Romans look down on the locals as being backwards and simple, the Jewish people look down on the newcomers for being vulgar and godless. Arriving in this area called the Decapolis, walking with Jesus, a crowd is gathered around, and a few have come out from the crowd. You can see them, what they're wearing, how they're leading someone. The person they're leading is obviously deaf, and by the signs with the hands that people are making, they're guiding him so that he will meet Jesus. You can hear the noises coming from his mouth, but they're clearly not words. And as he arrives in front of Jesus, you see the way that Jesus manages to get away from the crowd. He takes the man off to one side, and the crowd somehow knows not to follow now. You can see from where you're standing the way that Jesus uses his fingers in the man's ears. And now Jesus is spitting and touching the man's tongue. You're watching the change in the man, the response of the crowd around. Jesus, who now tips his head back and is looking up into the skies, and his shoulders sink with a sigh, and he says something to the man. And immediately the man is responding. You see him now, you hear him, you know that he is hearing. The whole mood in the crowd swells. There's a sense of excitement, anticipation. People are amazed all around you. They're talking, they're saying things to you. And Jesus is saying something to the crowd. He's giving instructions to the crowd now, but it doesn't seem to be working. And yet, just like every other time, Jesus is bringing new life and healing. And you were there. You were there to hear about it and to speak about it for yourself.